Alright there, folks. Here we are again. I'm out in Cranberry, New Jersey. I'm at a field that's next to one of my customers where my truck is getting unloaded. And I thought it'd be a good time to go ahead and give you guys a review of the FliteTest 3D. Let me start with my overall impression of the airplane. I think it's a nice little airplane. It's an easy build. Actually, it's very easy to build. It's brutally simple, which is kind of cool. So if you're a beginner and you crash it, it wouldn't take much to build another one. It's got ample room inside for your battery equipment and all of that stuff. Servos, wires, all of those things. It's pretty strong construction. The only drawback that I didn't care much for is the nose is kind of short, because the way that it's situated, you need to put a battery all the way up front, your ESC all the way up front, and with the recommended 1300 milliamp battery, I couldn't get it to balance out. It would still be very tail heavy. So right now I'm using a 2200 3-cell battery, and it balances out just right, and you can see it's almost all the way up to the front there. There you go. So if I decide that I like the plane, I'm going to build another one. I'm going to extend the nose about an inch from about here, so this way it gives me a little bit more play, and maybe I can get that lighter battery in there. I have flown it even with as heavy as a 3300 milliamp 3-cell. She flies good. She's got the power. It just it's wasted, because you can fly for 12 minutes, but your aerobatics are a little anemic. With a lighter battery, the plane will be a little lighter, be a little bit more maneuverable, and you won't be pushing the motor at full throttle all the time. Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw it up. I just finished doing my color scheme here. I think it's kind of cool, and this is my first time trying a 2200 milliamp battery, so I'm going to go ahead and see how she flies, and I hope you guys enjoy the flight. I really got to learn to shut my phone off when I'm doing these little videos, because I'm sure if it's as annoying to me, as annoying it is to me, I'm sure it'd be just as annoying to all you viewers out there. Alright. Now I got the throw set to low, because when you crank this thing up, it's out of control. It's unreal. The roll rate on this thing is ballistic. The tail's got tremendous authority. I mean, you could do anything you want with this as long as you use a decent amount of power. This here's the recommended NTM 2800 series. Actually, I'm going to give you exact. It says 1200 kV 28-26 NTM. This is a perfect motor for this here. I'm running it, and it's supposed to be, it's rated for an 8x6, but I'm running a 9x6, and I got that from many other videos that I've seen on YouTube. Everybody's doing the 9x6. It gives a little bit more punch. I mean, as long as you're not full throttling it constantly, the motor should be able to handle it just fine. All right, let's just check to see if we got some power. Yes, we do, and we're going to go ahead and throw it up and have a little fun. Enjoy the flight, folks. Oh, you know what? That's a bad habit. One I shouldn't do too often. Just check my balance, make sure I'm not tail heavy. Oh, actually, I'm a little nose heavy, which is what I prefer. All right. Now I've got the throw set at 30% with expo of about 40%, and you can see she's rock. Turns on the dime. Very responsive. Now you crank this up to about 60% with 40% expos, and it's just enough for real hardcore aerobatics. Yeah, the 2200 milliamp battery is definitely much better. plane's a little lighter. It's got to be at least 150 grams lighter. So you're not having to run it at 3/4 or 80% throttle all the time. Boy, that thing is gorgeous in the air. She's a pretty little plane. Even if you don't want to do aerobatics, I would definitely use this as a good trainer too. She's really easy to handle. Excellent stall characteristics. You can get this thing to come in pretty slow and it won't drop a wing or nothing. And then you can full throttle it. Now, the reason why I built this plane is I'm a jet airplane kind of guy. I'm not very good at aerobatics, but I definitely want to put that feather under my hat. So I kind of built it to practice and learn how to hone my piloting skills. I think it's a perfect airplane for that. Relatively inexpensive compared to a store-bought. Looks just as good. Okay, now I'm going to crank it up for you a little, show you how this thing rolls. Very responsive. Whoa. I mean, this thing really cranks. Gosh, she looks pretty. Try to stay out of the sun. It tends to be blinding. So let me bring myself around here and just keep flying in front of me. My friend Juan says that I gotta stop flying around myself and make everybody dizzy. It's funny, I'm the one doing it and I don't feel dizzy. Well, if anybody's out there as a beginner in aerobatics, just like I am, I think this is a perfect plane to get started in. You can't really get yourself in any trouble. And I've already crashed it twice, and if you've noticed, it doesn't have a dent on it. Very durable construction. All it takes is 2 sheets of Dollar Tree foam board and some tape, some hot glue, and you're ready to go. The electronics, well, electronics are the electronics. That's where the money is. Alright, this battery's starting to give up on me. It's got a whole bunch of cycles on it, so I really don't get my full rated 2200 milliamps. So I'm going to bring it in before I get myself into trouble. There you go, folks. Now that's with the 2200 milliamp. I'm going to do another quick video after this and then edit it in with the 3300, and you can kind of get a feel for see how it flies. The 3300 gives it a lot more punch, so you can get really crazy with it. Well, see you in a few seconds there, folks. Alright, I got my Nanotech 3300 in here, 3-cell battery. It's a 35C battery. Nice little battery, plenty of power, so that pretty much cut through anything. Alright, very important with these airplanes is to make sure your balance is correct. Because if this thing is tail heavy, she will bite you in the butt, because it is very hard to control tail heavy. I learned that the hard way the other day in the maiden flight. Definitely got to get that. See, that's the thing with the weight. The way the CG on this thing is needs a lot of battery. Okay, there we go. Check our control surfaces. Check that we have the power. Reset our timer. Alright, let's see how it works with the 3300. Now, like I said, with the 3300, she's about 130 grams heavier, but that battery's got a lot more power than that 2200 did. As you can see, she cooks. And you could do this full throttle for about 9 minutes, and if you're just doing conservative flying, you can do about 12 minutes with that battery. So it's an option if you want to just tool around for a long time. You can put a 3300 in there, and the weight won't affect you. But doing aerobatics, you want to go with the lightest possible battery, I think. Even if you can get an 1800 in there, it'd be better. There'll still be plenty of power and be nice and light. You'll be able to really paint the skies. See, she's got power. With that extra power, you don't need to really crank up your dual rates. Get enough expo in there and you won't have to flip a switch. You can pretty much do what you want. So if you want to do those ballistic rolls, you're going to have to flip a switch. You really don't have much choice there. But if you just want to do some tooling around, nothing really aggressive, you could have it set at one setting and be kind of universal. God, she looks pretty up there. I'm not really very good at paint schemes. Every once in a while I come up with a winner. Oh, dead battery. Ooh, good thing I didn't get into that ditch. Wow, I must not have charged that battery. My bad, folks. Yeah, I almost forgot to charge that battery. And I don't have my voltage tester here. Oh, what a shame. I don't have my charger or my voltage tester. I've only got one more battery left. But anyway, for the purposes of this video, that's my review. I hope you folks enjoy it. If you have any questions or any comments, by all means go ahead and leave them down below, and happy flying.